What's up, my friends? I'm going to share with you today my buying strategy whenever I pick up a fragrance. Anytime that I am in the market for a new fragrance, I make sure that I get the best possible deal that you can get, hands down. So I'm going to share with you the tips and tricks that I use. First off, if you're not a subscriber, I want to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel. We drop videos every single day on here. I don't know how much longer it's going to last because it is a lot of work and it is time consuming. But go ahead and like and subscribe. We do giveaways every month, and the way for you to qualify for the giveaway is by being a subscriber. My friends, let's jump into the strategy. So anytime I'm in the market for a new fragrance, let's say, for example, I want to buy the new Tom Ford fragrance. So what I'll do is I'll look online on Joma Shop, I'll look on Beauty House, I'll look on all kinds of different fragrancenet.com, all fragrance. Forget what the actual domain name is, but there's tons of discounters out there. So I'll look on those sites, and I do my best not to blind buy 100%. I do my best so that I don't have to blind buy, because potentially I could be wasting money. So what I'll do is I'll locate the fragrance that I'm looking for. So say it's a Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. So I'll find the price online, and typically you could get it at a way more affordable price if you buy it through like a beautyhouse.com. If you go on eBay, if it's a verified buyer, if you go on different sites, you can definitely find it cheaper than a department store, because a department store definitely has like overhead. They have employees that they have to pay, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive when you go to a department store. However, how are you going to know that you like the fragrance and that it works on your skin if you've never smelt it or used it? So what I'll do is I'll go to like a Neiman Marcus, right? Because I know that they'll have Tom Ford fragrances at a Neiman Marcus, and I'll just start smelling around and I'll look for that fragrance. And what I'll do is, so if the person that's helping you isn't very friendly or generous, or is like just kind of out there to make a buck and doesn't want you to waste their time, which you are going to waste their time, but what I'll do is I'll just spray it on my skin, and I'll go throughout the day and I'll see how it performs. But typically for me, I like to give it like a good 3 days of trying the fragrance, especially if I'm paying over $300 for it. So what I'll do is I'll go to the department store and I'll chat it up with whoever's helping me. Typically it's females that are selling fragrances to that, like Tom Ford and stuff. It should have just been the case for me. It's hardly ever I get a guy. But a girl, she'll like share everything she knows about it, and typically I'll know more about it than her. I'm not trying to flex, I'm just saying this is what I do, guys. So I'll like talk to her, I'll say, hey, I'm in the market for this Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. However, I want to try it on my skin for a few days before I pull the trigger and make the buy. So they'll typically like make you a small little decant of it, and you'll get to take it home and you'll try it. And then obviously you're not going to go back there to buy it. What you'll do is you'll go to like a beautyhouse.com to where it's like significantly way cheaper. And if you use code Andrew5, you can get an additional discount on any fragrance that you're in the market for. And the reason I go there is because, man, I've tried Joma Shop. I've tried every other site. Joma Shop is good, but there's just something about Beauty House. I know the owners, I know the people that run the show, and they are great guys, and they're full of integrity, and they're honest people. I could trust them. That's the huge thing. I can trust that when I buy a fragrance, it's going to be the actual fragrance and not a clone that they're putting into the bottle. It's a thought. It's a thing. It happens. Just want to throw that out there. So whenever I go to beautyhouse.com, it's guaranteed to be the fragrance that I'm buying and not some reformulated liquid perfume with cheaper ingredients put into that bottle. So let's just knock that out. Beauty House doesn't do that. So I'll go to them, and it's always cheaper. And if you use my code, you'll get it significantly, you'll get 5% off or 10% off, something like that. You'll get an additional discount. So I'll go to Beauty House and I'll make the order, and I'll save a little in my decant. This is how I figured out that they don't rebottle cheaper fragrances, is I'll save the decant that I got from Neiman Marcus, and when that package comes in, I'll make sure to test them both on each hand, and I can definitely tell if they are the same. You can tell through longevity, projection, high quality ingredients, how it reacts to the skin, and the smell right off the bat. There are rare cases where the batches are different, where it's slightly different, and it kind of can be confusing, but that's very rare, my friends. So that's what I'll do. If you're in the market for a new one, go to a department store, smell it, you know, make sure you like it, make sure it works good on your skin, and then go to beautyhouse.com and make the purchase. What if your fragrance isn't at a department store? What if it's one that you can only get online? So what I would do then in that case is I would go to Cologne Curators. Cologne Curators, I believe it's .com. And what I would do is I would order, they sell like fragrances, but in smaller sizes. So you could get like a 5 ml shipped to your house at a pretty decent price. So you would get the 5 ml, you'll pay like $10, and then you try it that way. Then you can finally pull the trigger. But Cologne Curators is a great place to go. The shipping time is incredible, super affordable prices. So I'll put the links to the sites in the description for you guys because I know we're already at 2. So Beauty House, Cologne Curators, those two are super solid. My friends, also, I want to share with you an experience that I've gone through. Is there was a time where, you know, Baccarat Rouge right now is like the hot selling fragrance. Everybody is trying to get their hands on it, but it's like pretty expensive, right? It's gonna run you around $400 for a bottle. So what I've done is, so I really wanted that fragrance, wasn't too ready to pull the trigger, so I ordered a lot of different clones of it, and you know, some of them are good, some of them are super cheap, don't last, and they're just bad performers. So then I had a friend reach out to me saying, hey, I have this Extrait de Parfum Baccarat Rouge 540K, and it was, I believe, the 75 or the 100 ml bottle. So if you know the price of the 100 ml bottle, it's close to $1,000. And he said that he got it from somewhere. He wasn't really too descriptive of where he got it. But anyways, I picked it up for about $200, which I thought was a steal. And when I opened up the bottle, it had all the right packaging, the right bottle. Everything was good. It looked good. But then when I sprayed it, it was sprayed already. So that was the first red flag for me. The first red flag was the price and the source of where they got it from. It was already kind of like a little red flaggy, but he's a good friend of mine, so I trusted him. I know he didn't buy it himself. He got it from someone else. So anyways, that's beside the point. Anyways, so I got the fragrance. I opened it up. Red flag was the price. Another red flag was the atomizer had already been broken in. Third red flag was there was a little bit of fading on the lettering of the bottle. So there's 3 red flags, and then so 3 red flags raised, and I was kind of skeptical. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like, it does smell like Baccarat Rouge. It doesn't smell like a high quality Baccarat Rouge. So I had to dig a little. So what I did is I took that bottle to a local department store, and I found the actual fragrance and the fragrance that I bought. And I sprayed them both on my skin, and you can immediately tell that they were 2 different fragrances, but they had the same base quality notes to fool the experienced fragrance purchaser, customer, So if you weren't into fragrance, you would have never known, and they would have gotten away with this fraud. So, man, it is a pain in the butt that we have to consider these type of things, especially in the fragrance world. Especially like, man, it's just like, it's fragrance, right? You don't want to really have to think too dark about it, but this type of stuff exists everywhere. People are trying to make a buck. People are trying to do whatever they can to put money in their pockets, even if it means compromising their character and integrity. I want to double down on this. My friend had no idea. He just found this deal, and he was like, man, one of my good friends likes fragrance. I'm going to see what he says. And it's not his fault. It's just, that's how it is in the fragrance community nowadays. And it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. So, my friends, make sure that you do your research. Make sure you go to beautyhouse.com. That's where you'll get the best prices. Use code Andrew5 to get an additional discount. I hope this video helped you. I hope you've gleaned some value. Man, I love you guys so much. Super grateful for you, my friends. We'll see you next time.